Hi, so we're taping this athlete for a high ankle sprain. So a high ankle sprain is what's happening is the tibia and fibula are being separated at the distal joint here near the ankle joint. So it is putting stress on the interosseous ligament and causing pain there because it's stretching it and stressing it over and over again. So the materials you'll need is a cover roll or hypofix and then leukotape, but since I don't have that on hand, I'm going to be using zinc oxide tape of the same width. So you'll still see the technique, it's just use the rigid strapping tape instead because it's what it's supposed to be. However, I just don't have it. So I'm just going to, this was rolled up for a long time, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and even it out and flatten it out. I'm just going to roll it the other way, try and stop it from curling up when I try to lay it down or try to peel it like that. See, it's already trying to do it still. So what you want to try and do is, see, it loves to curl on itself. What you want to try and do is just, I'm going to lay the corner on a table here, like this, sort of keep it under tension. Hopefully that helps. So now we just peel the other half. Oh, it did help. Oh, it helped. And then now we're going to lay this on his distal tibia and fibula. So just over the malleolus. Ideally we'd have no crinkles, but since this is an old roll, it kind of crinkled a little bit, which kind of sucks. Ideally no crinkles because crinkles lead to blisters. So thankfully this is just for educational purposes. So if it were an actual in-play scenario, you'd want to have this not crinkled. So first we're going to check his PMS before applying this. Can you wiggle your toes? Do you feel that?
Yep.
And then we're going to check his capillary refill. Okay, we got a baseline of everything. So now I'm going to apply this cover roll. So again, we're just going just above his medial and lateral malleolus. So,
damn, I can tell this one's gonna suck to come off.
Yup.
Oh, fuck.
I'm sorry. So now for the actual functional part. So the beauty of this tape job is it will leave the Achilles uncompressed. A lot of athletes will prefer this over other high ankle sprain tape jobs because of that, because it gives the Achilles free motion. So what we're going to do is we're going to start just behind the lateral mal. We're going to make a strip of tape, make it a bit long, and we're going to fold it back. Fold it back like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start with behind the medial mal, about there, and we're going to go to about where the tape meets, or maybe just a little bit past it, so that the tape will stick to each other. So now, they stick to each other, and what we're going to do with the long strip is we're going to pull. This will pull the lateral mal towards the medial mal. The next strip, we're going to the other way. We're going to make the long side on the medial side. Be careful not to put this too far back, because if you do, you'll end up covering the Achilles and going around it potentially with the strips if they meet. And that's not something, that's kind of defeats the purpose of doing it this way. Again, same thing. We're going behind the lateral mal, right? So I'm just going to rip it instead of laying it first because I measured it up. And then what we're going to do is we are going to lay this in its right place. You're overlapping by half. And again, we're going to lay these pieces of tape together onto each other. And then next, we're going to pull from the medial mal towards the lateral mal. You can do more strips, but that is typically the pattern you'll do. You'll do one of each and then another set if they want more. Basically, the idea is the bottom strip will pull it this way, the lateral mal towards the medial mal, and the top strip will pull it toward the other way. If they want more, you can just do more of them to pull them close, have more force pulling them. Obviously, this would be more effective with a leuco tape because it's a stiffer tape, but for the purpose of just I don't have it, I'm demonstrating with the zinc oxide. So that is the procedure. Before anything, we're gonna make sure the Achilles isn't covered. I notice it's not. So we're also going to recheck his PMS. Can you wiggle your toes for me? All right, do you feel that?
Yep.
Okay, it's all good. So now we're gonna get him to do some sport-specific motions. So what sport do you play?
Basketball.
Alrighty. Oh, tape's
Pulled my leg hair a little bit.
yeah, and the tape came off. Just typically you'd spray it down probably, but I'm not gonna do that because I don't have the tape spray.
Okay.
So just do some motions, work it around. Yep. Does it feel like it's pulling the way?
Yep.
Yeah. Like you feel a sort of compression around the sides, right? From the
Yep.
sides, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what we're going for. So you'll notice with the tape job, his Achilles is uncovered, meaning it has full motion. Like this roll will just, it's stretchy, it'll move with the tape. It'll move with his Achilles, allowing free motion of the Achilles, which is why a lot of athletes will prefer this over a high ankle sprain tape job that actually covers the Achilles.
Yeah, I can. A lot of movement. Up
Exactly.
And down. A lot of calf flexion going.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's got
So that's the tape job. Alrighty.